Grace and peace, family. Grace and peace. My name is Vicki Dillard, and I'm a proud contributor right here on FlyNubianQueenTV.com, the network for melanated people just like you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Just want to share a bit of breaking news, but just before I do that, please come in giving us a thumbs up, thumbs up. Be sure to like, be sure to share. Yes, today I was out, had a couple of appointments, was at my first appointment, which is the doctor's appointment, way early this morning. And I have my own autoimmune illness that I'm dealing with, but I had to come to you all tonight. Look at me in my curlers, y'all, and getting ready to go in for the evening. But the breaking news is, this is being reported by several outlets, but I learned this of Brian Williams with NBC. I love you and miss you too, Lori, that Donald J. Trump and his wife, Melania Trump, just tested positive for the coronavirus, the novel coronavirus, also known as COVID-19. Donald Trump, breaking news, dear family, Donald Trump just tested positive for coronavirus, him and his Melania Trump. Now, his assistant initially tested positive for it. And I knew something was up because when it was learned that she tested positive for it, Trump and his wife and stuff talking about, oh, we are quarantining. Now, you know, Donald Trump has said, how does he have corona, y'all, when Donald Trump said it was a hoax? I'm going to need somebody black to talk black to me. Come on in giving us likes and shares, family. Come on in giving us likes and shares. Now, look, I'm coming y'all today after I just myself came from the doctor today. So you know I had to share this breaking news. Now, I'm not giggling and laughing at the man, but I'm getting ready to make an important point because this is important. Please like, please share. Again, my name is Vicki Dillard. Please text the word Queens to 31996 so that you're able to receive phone notifications when we go live from time to time. Make sure you subscribe to our website at FlyNubianQueen.com. So Donald Trump has tested positive for coronavirus. Melania Trump tested positive for coronavirus. Now, they did that after Hope Hicks. Watch this. Hope Hicks was their assistant. Now, Hope Hicks found out she initially had the coronavirus. So that's when Trump and them for real got scared. And for the first time in your life, no matter how many people close to Donald Trump and the Republicans, they got coronavirus. Remember, none of them wanted to admit that it was an issue. And they were still out there telling other people, their white little friends, to stay on their little motorcycles and stuff and still go to the bars and drink after each other and stuff. Somebody talk black to me. It was all of them that was telling everybody to hurry up and rush and open up everything. Now, mind you, it's proven now that Europeans, God today, who are Europeans? It's proven that it was the Europeans that brought the disease, especially into New York, that set it all off on fire and stuff. Somebody black talk black to me. That's right. This ain't fake news today. Now, Donald Trump is the one that said it was a hoax. The issue is not that Donald Trump called it. It's the fact that you lied and said it was not something. Not only that, dear family, before he tested positive for corona, remember those tapes came out a few weeks ago where Donald Trump secretly told this writer that he knew that the situation was serious, but he was intentionally playing it down. I need somebody black to talk black to me. Now, what I need y'all to understand is this. There have been a lot of lies. I've done shows on it on FlyNubianQueenTV.com. I've talked about it sometimes on Your Black World. I've discussed it on several other platforms that we're on, including this one, that there have been truths told about corona and there have been multiple lies about corona. But what I have warned black people of is that white people COVID-19 problem isn't black folk COVID-19 problem. I need somebody black to talk black to me. I know it's late. My name is Vicki Dillard. Y'all come on in giving us likes and shares. Subscribe. This is breaking news. Tweet it, text it, Facebook it, TikTok it, YouTube it, Instagram it. Somebody talk black to me. Blag enough it. Blagenough.com. Somebody put that in the chat. That's a black social media outlet that we have. Tell everybody you know, text it, email it, and stuff. Call people, wake people up tonight. Now, let me tell you what this means. I'm going to tell you something. You must understand, it's not just about the number of people that may, quote unquote, die. Number one, we don't know enough about the disease to speak so forcefully and definitive about it. That's number one. That's why it's called the novel coronavirus. That's number one. We don't know enough about it to make those statements. That's number one. Number two, some studies have come out already saying that people that have been getting it, they have been receiving long-term effects because of it in other parts of their body, meaning that some of their organs and some of their other areas, they may have long-term, lifelong effects because of the coronavirus. But the other issue, not only that, the time that you have to stay home from work, the things that it does to your community and other folk by you just having the disease, even if you don't die from it, you can get sick enough from it. You understand what I'm saying? That it can still cause a catastrophic effect to you and those around you in other ways. But aside from that, and this is what I need Black folks to understand. Now, before I say this, I need y'all to put in the chat right now, hashtag spiritual intelligence. I need y'all to put right now in the chat, hashtag spiritual intelligence. Why am I having you put that in the chat? Spiritual intelligence. Because it's a higher form of knowledge. God, today. Spiritual intelligence is a supreme knowledge. It gives you an understanding of things, even sometimes before stuff happens, and it lets you know what's been written and what's been foretold before it happens, and it points to the reality that something greater, a purpose is being fulfilled in the thing that's happening. See, people that's only limited to 3D knowledge and earth knowledge, they can only react and respond to stuff that they're taught and things that they can see with their natural eyes, things that they can hear with their natural ears. You understand? Spiritual knowledge is picked up in other ways. Are y'all hearing me today? Come on, family. Come on in, liking, sharing, breaking news. For those of you that are just coming in, my name is Vicki Dillard. You can follow me on Facebook, on my Facebook fan page at Vicki Dillard. And you can follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. Follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. I'm breaking the news that Donald Trump and his wife, Melania Trump, tested positive for COVID-19 after his assistant, Hope Hicks, got it. Now, what's interesting about Hope Hicks is that Hope Hicks was considered to be very essential to Donald Trump in the beginning. She left his administration when she knew the fire was coming around the time that he was being impeached and stuff. And she left. She came back fairly recently when she realized, oh, get away with the crimes and stuff. So I'm good. So I don't need to distance myself. So she came back and look what happened. Now, again, this is not about whether or not they are going to die, because most folk may not actually die from coronavirus. But I'm talking to those that are desirous of being spiritually intelligent. I have said for the longest, it's been confirmed in other ways. Minister Farrakhan, I've heard Minister Farrakhan talk about the spiritual significance of this too. But me being a spiritual, I said me being a spiritual, I have discussed these sorts of things for some time now. And one of the things I need you to understand, Black family, is then when I tell you that the fall of America is imminent, when I tell you that it has been written that Babylon the Great has fallen, you guys must understand that COVID-19 is an instrument that God is using for more than just a medical plague. COVID-19 has exposed to the world the fault points in America's systems and institutions. It has humiliated America as it relates to her educational system. It's humiliated America before the whole world in terms of its business. It's humiliated the world in terms of showing how weak the government is to address these kinds of things. Every area of people activity, all of the high mountains and places and spaces. Are y'all hearing me today? COVID-19 was used to expose those things. The reason COVID is a very, 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 very big deal is because it is being used by the Most High. And let me say this to you. Keep liking and sharing. Donald Trump, the credibly alleged rapist, the absolute racist, the failed businessman, the liar, the thief, and the credibly alleged criminal of all kinds. He seemed like he was getting away with everything. The Republican Party especially refused to hold him to account by convicting him in the Senate to get him out of office. America has not humbled herself. America continues to mistreat God's chosen man and woman. That's you and I, the black man and the black woman of America, and by extension, those around the world. I'm going to say this. When Moses, because you all, for those of you that know me, I believe that the scriptures are prophetic. I believe that most of the scriptures are prophetic, meaning it hasn't happened yet. That is to say, I believe much of scripture, some of scripture I believe is historic, definitely. But a lot of it, most of it, I believe is prophetic. And I believe that the scripture speaks in symbols and in algorithms. One example is this. The children of Israel is you and I, black family. Egypt, that mystery Babylon, those are terms that the scriptures use to describe America. Pharaoh, the leadership of the United States of America, Donald Trump. Listen, those of you that have followed me a long time know that I always link spirituality, metaphysics into my commentary. I do that because I deal with the higher knowledge. And a part of that I've been breaking down for a long time, and I didn't get this from nobody, was I have been showing you that we are styled in scripture as the children of Israel because we're the only people that fits the description of being in bondage for more than 400 years in a land that we were brought to that's like a wilderness in the belly of slave ships. Is that I've been discussing the plagues. One of the things that I've been bringing to folks' attention is that God has other types of weapons. And then in scripture, when it says Moses and Aaron went to Pharaoh and said, let my people go, before they got their reparations, because the scripture says that they left and they spoiled the Egyptians. They left with great wealth. Watch this. The different plagues that they experienced. Notice the only time Pharaoh changed his mind is when a plague hit his house. Y'all play too much. The only thing that moved Pharaoh was able to withstand every plague. Shirley said, you on point. Thank you, sister. The only thing that moved Pharaoh was that plague that hit his house. I want to warn you, family, that this is not it. But those of us that are on the divine path of purpose, that are about that life of love and God, that understands that there is a new world based on freedom, based on justice, based on harmony, based on divine glorious equity. You got to know that there are other things that are on the horizon too. But if you are hidden, the scripture says, and people don't pay attention to this, I strongly believe this. The scripture says that during the time of Moses, it was darkness on one side for the Egyptians, but it was light on the other side for the children of Israel. You got to know who you are. God, today. You've got to know the meaning of stuff. See, people that just talk about statistics, people that just talks about just the mask, just the immune system, just all of the external stuff related to COVID-19, and they don't see the spiritual sledgehammering that this disease has done. You don't tune into the Vicki Show on FlyNubianQueenTV.com. You don't tune into the Vicki Show on FlyNubianQueen.com on Facebook. You don't tune into the Vicki Show on the other networks and channels where my show is played so that I can just give you regular, smegular commentary like Rachel Maddow or Joy Reid or Don Lemon or Chris Cuomo or Laura Ingraham or Sean Hannity. I'm going to need somebody black to talk black to me. You don't listen to me for that. Spiritual intelligence. Mark my word, this is not it. This isn't over. But for those that are living a life that is prophetic and profound and on purpose, we're going to be just all right. And as I told you before, I'm a spiritual myself. The only other person that I've heard discuss COVID-19 in a spiritual context was Minister Farrakhan. And I'm certainly no Minister Farrakhan. But I have always discussed spiritual things with you because that's the downloads I get. That's what I see. That's what Spirit shows me stuff. And I just want you to see this from a spiritual prism. I want you to elevate higher to understand what's going on. So don't ever say, well, they may not die of it. Don't miss the point. What did COVID do to the economy? What did COVID do to businesses? What did COVID do to homes, marriages, relationships, children? Do you know that there was a large number of folk that they were locked up because of domestic violence because of COVID? Do you know the number of divorce proceedings that have been initiated because of COVID? Do you understand the condition of certain neighborhoods because of COVID? Do you understand what's happening to prisoners, wardens, and prison staff because of COVID? Do you understand what's happening? This is bigger than just whether or not somebody's going to die of the disease. You don't listen to me for no stats. You listen to me for more than just that. I just wanted to break this news to you very briefly. I just wanted you all to know that you should see this as a sign, another sign that there is a new world on the horizon. And while it may be scary for a minute, Black family, it shouldn't be for us. Because this turbulence for the Black family, this labor, this bloodshed, this moaning and groaning and pain, it's labor pains for us. How long have I told you that? Now I'm hearing other people say that. I've been saying it a long time. And I'm glad other people are starting to say it now because I need the Black family to know that the suffering of this present time is not worthy to be compared to the glory that's about to be revealed in us. It is about labor pains for us. We're birthing a new world, a new reality. And with labor comes pain, with labor comes bloodshed, with labor comes difficulty, but it will not last long. For the old world of white supremacy, for the old world of bloodshed and rape and murder and theft and disenfranchisement and lies, bye. A new world where we will rule in a just manner. It's on its way. Breaking news. And I'm not laughing at Donald Trump, but I ain't crying. Sure ain't about to. I mean, I'm just keeping it real. I love y'all. Again, my name is Vicki Dillard. Follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. Follow me on my Facebook fan page at Vicki Dillard. Also, make sure that you subscribe to flynubianqueen.com. Make sure that you like this video. Make sure that you share. Mwah.